Coming up on Mountain News at 6, folks in some parts of Kentucky are still without power due to storms this past weekend. And people throughout the mountains celebrate America's birthday with various events on this 4th of July.
And I've got the latest on what the forecast looks like for those fireworks later tonight. The breakdown next as Mountain News at 6 is on the air.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
And happy 4th again. While the weather has certainly calmed down after the weekend storms, there's still a slight chance of a shower in tonight's forecast, but hopefully most of us will stay dry for all the 4th of July celebrations and fireworks. Meteorologist Evan Hatter is here with our first look at the forecast. Evan.
Yeah, Steve, it's been warm, it's been humid, but it's been a pretty nice day all throughout the region. You see, plenty of sunshine out there. It is a little hazy. That's not Canadian wildfire smoke. That's just haze out there. From our Buffalo Mountain camera, we've come down a little bit in Hazard, now at 84 the temperature. 86 London, 85 in Manchester. We're back up to 89 in Monticello, so the warm air continues. Factor in that humidity, it feels closer to 90 to 95. Been watching this one little downpour across portions of Powell County. In fact, we'll zoom in. You see, it's really falling apart, but areas near Clay City likely seeing a little bit of shower activity that could move towards Stanton over the next little bit. And watching this little, see this little green line here kind of moves past Irvin. That's an outflow boundary. It acts as a miniature cold front, so wouldn't be shocked to see a few more try to pop up through the evening. Otherwise, your forecast first, fireworks-wise, A-OK for the most part. Once the sun sets, we'll really drop those storm chances. Not that we have a huge chance right now. Low 80s this evening, falling into the upper 70s as we head past dark. Steve, I'll have the latest on what to expect once the 4th is over with in just a few minutes. Steve.
All right, Evan, thank you. An armed robbery suspect is behind bars tonight. The Campbell County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office says deputies were called to Big O's convenience store in La Follette around 7:30 this morning. Inside, they found 41-year-old Brand Lee Leach armed with a knife. Leach was arrested and charged with aggravated robbery, among other charges. A golden alert has been issued for a woman in Claiborne County, Tennessee, or from Claiborne County. 75-year-old Sally A. Crumley is missing. Officials say she was actually reported missing from Frankfort since around 12:30 this afternoon, but again, she's from the Claiborne County, Tennessee area around Tazewell. Crumley is described as a white woman with gray hair. She's about 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing 138 pounds. Officials say they received information she may have been heading to Ewing, Virginia. Anyone with information is asked to call the Frankfort-Franklin County Dispatch Center at 502-875-8582. More than 6,000 customers in Fayette County remain without power after the weekend severe storms. In Woodford County, though, that number is down to fewer than 200. Emergency management says crews worked throughout the night to get the lights back on there. City officials say crews are still working to clean up the roadways. They say Woodford Recycling will also be taking storm debris through July 15th. 4th of July festivities are underway across the region, including in Harlan County. WYMT's R.J. Johnson begins our look at Independence Day celebrations.
Red, White, and Zoom started out the day in Harlan for the Harlan Tourist and Convention Commission's 4th Fest. A festival executive director, Brandon Pennington, says he has seen grow in the past 6 years, despite 2 of those years being during the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's just, really heartwarming to see so many people coming out, especially whenever we're coming off the curtails, coming off the end of the pandemic. For the longest time, celebrations were kind of put on pause, and now it just feels so good to be able to get out and celebrate with all of your community.
He says the festival started with a small fireworks show, which turned into thousands of people coming to watch.
To watch it in its infancy and watch it grow to about 5,000 people coming out. The first year that we did it, we just shot off fireworks. We didn't have an actual festival that went with it. And then as time has went on, we've just grown it, and now people have come to expect it, and they plan for it every year.
Pennington says this year is no different.
We have thousands of visitors who come down for the fireworks show. We'll probably have 4,000 to 5,000 people who will come down to the 4th Fest. It's kind of phenomenal whenever once you kind of get into the firework display, you look around and there's just tons and tons of people surrounding you.
He says the support from the community makes the world of difference.
And I think that our community has really started to embrace just how event heavy our community has become. And I think it makes our visitors want to come down more often and say, what's going on in Harlan County?
Which is why he says he is driven to offer the best activities for the city. In Harlan, RJ Johnson, WIMT Mountain News.
The festival's parade began around 4 this afternoon. Following the parade, many bands and artists are taking the stage throughout the evening. At 10 o'clock tonight is when the city will start the fireworks show in downtown Harlan. The city of Pikeville is another community celebrating Independence Day with an afternoon of activities. And though the sky is not yet dark, there are plenty of people waiting in the park. WIMT's Buddy Forbes gives us a glimpse into the annual event.
It's Independence Day.
The city of Pikeville is painted in patriotism.
It's one of the greatest days we have in our country, so we want to have some fun.
Celebrating the 4th with a packed schedule of family fun.
So yeah, we definitely want our younger generation to know how important our independence and the 4th of July is.
With games and more catering to the kids, officials say you can find a little something for all ages. Whether you enjoy music, moonshine, or...
I like the magician.
We just did that with that ring I showed.
Some people use the event to let freedom ring as a family reunion.
We just came out to enjoy the food, listen to the music, and we just had a wonderful time.
Taking in the sounds, sights, and sun.
All the people, we just did nice in this beautiful town. So we just enjoyed each other.
Waiting for the fire department to light up the sky.
In my humble opinion, the greatest fireworks show in Eastern Kentucky.
Saying it is a great day to honor the red, white, and blue.
Glad to be here with everybody.
Whatever that means to you.
Happy 4th of July to everybody.
In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WIMT Mountain News.
Fireworks will begin in Pikeville at dark. Officials say there's still plenty of time to come join in on the fun. 4th of July celebrations were happening not only in the mountains but across the state as well. In Lexington, city leaders kicked things off this morning with the Bluegrass 10,000 and Fun Run. The event takes runners through downtown Lexington, along Richmond Road and back. More than 2,000 people participated in the event. For Stephanie Thurman, she says the race started out as an idea on her bucket list.
I started these races here in 2019. I turned 50, so that was like one of the things on my bucket list, and I did that, and ever since then I've been just bit by the bug.
Awards were given to first place male and female winners after the races. The nice weather has led to some crowds on the lake today. Certainly, Lucy Bryson joined some of them on Lake Cumberland to see how they are celebrating.
You know, the lake is kind of like synonymous with 4th of July and getting out and enjoying America.
It's America's birthday today, making her 247 years old. And it doesn't come as a shock to anyone that business is booming at Lee's Ford Marina. General Manager Jimmy Hamilton says the celebration has been extended throughout the weekend.
Most people down here have taken a big 5-day extended weekend, so where 4th of July fell on a Tuesday, it's like perfect for that.
The parking lot is packed more than usual on a typical weekday in July, and that's all because the 4th of July fell on a Tuesday. And although some get to take that extra weekend, for the staff at the marina, it's the busiest weekend of their year.
Our staff is a little worn out today. They've been hoofing it up till midnight and back up and here at 7:30 in the morning for 5-6 days straight.
For many, Independence Day celebrations are coming to an end rather than starting.
It will be a little bit of an exit day today, for people that, back to reality, got to go back to work tomorrow, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a big day regardless.
But for one member of the staff, 9-year-old Trip Hamilton, his vacation is just beginning after a successful week of work.
I think I'm excited to get out on a boat and just enjoy it because I've been seeing so many people just so happy. So I think on the 4th of July, I think it's finally time to go out.
In Pulaski County, Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
Safety experts want people to be careful with those fireworks tonight. They say the explosive devices can be extremely dangerous, even deadly. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says many of those hurt by fireworks around July 4th of last year were children. They say sparklers accounted for around 600 of the ER visits.
A sparkler can burn at anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 degrees. And even after the sparkler is out, that wire stick is still going to be a couple hundred degrees. That's enough to give somebody a very serious burn.
Fireworks ordinances are different depending on the county. If you're planning on attending a fireworks show this evening, here are a few places you can go. There are 2 places in Bell County, one in Pikeville and another in Middlesboro. In Clay County, Rawlings and Stinson Park in Manchester will have a display. In Johnson County, you can watch fireworks in downtown Paintsville. And of course, here in Perry County, you can catch the show in and around the Black Gold Shopping Center this evening. We have a list of all the locations. That's not all of them. There are plenty of them. We have the full list from the locations in our viewing area on our website at WYMT.com.
As of now, we're looking pretty nice for those fireworks this evening, but we continue to see the potentials for showers and storms later this week. Bringing down the latest after this. Plus,
an Eastern Kentucky native gets to come on down on The Price is Right. We'll tell you how he did it.